So I was in my yard last night and doing some yard work. And basically, I saw this young man on the sidewalk and he was heading one way and just sort of stopped. And it was like I could tell he really was like, what should I do? Where should I go? And I could feel that he was going through something. So I continued to do my yard work. Had stepped inside, went right back outside, and he was walking up the way. And I just stopped my yard work and I said, "Hey, are you hungry?" And he's like, smiled. And I was like, "I have some leftover dinner. Would you like it?" And yes. And we just sort of talked for a minute. And I was like, "I'll go get it." And he's like, "I'll stay here on this side of the fence on the street." I was like, "No, you can come into the yard." Like, I had my dogs on the porch. So I was like, he's like, "I can sit on the porch." And I was like, "Actually, my dogs are jumpers. So welcome to sit on the steps. Let me get that food." So got a little veggie salad, some leftover meat kebab stuff, and I don't have much appetite these days anyways, fuck it. And got him some water and something else and some little napkins, and sat down. He was hungry and we just talked, and people walked by, and I hate it. Why is it if a white woman is speaking to a black man, people all have to walk by like, what the fuck? We can't just talk? We're all children of God. God made every single one of us in all the beautiful colors. So get over yourself, people. So, yeah, and so we were talking about the dogs and things. He was telling me about his life and how he got to where he is. And he's 42 and about to get a job interview tomorrow where he's worked before. So let's pray that he gets that job, okay? And he was like, "I could help you with your dogs. I used to train dogs." He explained a few things to me about my dogs. I was like, "Wow, thank you. I didn't realize they're that protective. I didn't." So, yeah. And then the lady who's been walking by where my dogs jumped the fence 3 times, she walked by and was looking all like, and then did like sort of a little wave. And it's like, I gave her my number 2 weeks ago to text me when she's going to be coming down with her dog, or so we could have had a doggy day play date. But she never got in touch with me, and even she and her husband walked by yesterday, and I was doing yard work, and he saw me and he waved, and I waved, and I was like, "Why couldn't she wave? What's going on?" So I was telling him about the whole situation, and then she walked right by, and she walked real slow. Thank God my dogs were on the porch, and the bark collar on my dog is working because she keeps being shocked, so she couldn't sit there and bark and be like, "Oh my God, I like your dog, lady." So, but all of a sudden I was like, "Lady, I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time, and I've lost 2 weekends with my bad back and then the bruised, strained ribs that comes from fibromyalgia and stuff, and having degenerative disc disease. I guess my bones are about 30 years older than I am. I'm 54, so I yelled at her a little bit. I tried to be as nice as I could, but I was like, "You haven't been communicating. I did all this. If I walked by somebody's fence and their dog jumped 1 time, let alone 3, I wouldn't keep walking past there." I mean, it's like, are you trying to get my dog killed in the road from jumping the fence and me having to crawl the fence and lift the dog? I don't really want to have another surgery. But see, people look at people and you think, "Oh, you look really healthy and good. There's nothing wrong with you." I've heard that shit. And then it's like, "Oh, and you want me to lift heavy major shit and fuck my back up for you again." For some of those people have died already. People don't care. People don't care what your body's gone through. They don't care if you have limitations. They care if they see you in a wheelchair or other apparatus, because then they're like, "Ew, oh my God, it's a handicapped person." I'm so sick of society. I really am. And I had a very nice time speaking with that young man, Fennell, LJ. And I really hope he gets that job. I let him sleep in my yard last night on a lounge mat. And I told him I had a husband because we don't know about strangers coming in the house. So I felt really bad about that because I'd love to just open up my home sometimes and say, you know what? I have a guest room. Sleep in here like a real person. But because people have let people in and then they've been cut up and murdered and raped and stuff, and I've almost been murdered in my past, like, there's just that little trust thing. So I put food out and stuff last night for him. It's all gone, so I hope he has a really good day. And we need to do more. We need to do more for our Earth family. There's too much, and there's no reason why people are on the streets. I know some people choose that, but the other people that aren't choosing that. And we have to open our hearts and stop going, oh my God, they're homeless people. Ew, why are you talking to them? Ew! Stop that fucking mentality. I mean, it's got my blood pressure going. See how red I am? I'm pissed about that. People need to be treated like people. And, pedophiles need to be treated like dogs and cut their penises off. All right, that's my thoughts for the day. Be good to yourself. Be good to people around you. And look for opportunities where God is infusing himself in your life and situation where you can help somebody, because you know what? When you help somebody, it actually helps you. That conversation last night really helped me because I've been angry at how shitty people have become all week long. I've just been angry. And it was nice to just sort of speak to someone who really had no agenda. He did not want to take anything from me. He didn't want to cause any problem at all. And I hope he got a good night's sleep. And that dog lady, I think she's a bitch. Because, I mean, my God, if someone gives you the number, text them. Hey, me and my dog will be coming through at such and such a time in case you want to have your dog out with a collar on or you want to, like, be inside. But I don't want to be inside all the time, avoiding. And I don't want to have another surgery because I've had a bunch. I've had a lot of time sick and just alone. And I'm tired of it. I can handle it. I can do it again, but I don't want to. I want people to leave me the fuck alone while I'm in my yard because I don't go bother people. I just want to be left the fuck alone. Have some peace. Have some fucking joy. I'm going to go work on that. Be good, YouTubers.